think, yes, initially they're oblivious to it. They're perhaps really excited about setting up a practice and employing staff, and they think that's probably all there is to it. But of course the cracks eventually do start to show. There'll be communications breakdown, there'll be maybe tension within the team, there'll be personality clashes, people may start to be absent from work, the dentist may get stressed, and the dentist ultimately may damage the business by clearly going off with stress and sickness. When a dentist practice grows, or perhaps more likely the principal dentist decides to take on another practice, then clearly the sorts of problems that may already have started to show are going to increase. There are going to be changes in the team dynamics. There's more potential for personality clashes, for divides between maybe clinical and non-clinical staff. Communication starts to go wrong. So the dentist, the principal dentist, the business owner is going to find themselves grappling with the management of the practice and running the business, but of course often they are still a main fee earner. And that distortion of equilibrium is going to be really unsuccessful for the business itself. In my experience, dentistry is quite a lonely profession. And so initially, the dentist turned manager or business owner is going to have to learn far more about what makes people tick, how to set up a team, how to manage that team, how to manage up performance, how to manage down absenteeism. So there are lots of different skills that perhaps they haven't really had to think about before, and that can be really quite stressful for them. At the end of the day, you know, as one dentist said to me recently, he said, "Alison, I love drilling teeth. You know, that's what I spent 6 years studying to do. That's my passion. I like teeth. I don't necessarily like the people. What do I do?" What we tend to do is to go into the dental practice. We'll talk to everybody, we'll try and get a feel for what's working and what isn't. Once we're really clear where the issues lie, we devise a tailored solution, which could be consultancy, it could be team building, it could be some kind of training, maybe coaching the practice manager, mentoring the dentist. And then over a suitable time frame, we'll obviously deliver that solution to that practice. Going back to school is something that very many people, particularly professionals, may well feel when they experience some kind of learning event. So we try desperately hard to make sure that it never ever feels like that. We obviously appreciate that there are lots of barriers to successful learning. One of those may be status. One of those may be, as adults, we don't typically see ourselves as learners. And there are lots of things that we, as our own, professionals in our own field, there are lots of things that we can do to make sure that it turns into a highly participative event where everybody acknowledges all the resources in the room, they're all learning from each other. Obviously, if it's a one-to-one, there's generally less issues around status, and it's a different form of learning anyway. But what we like to do is get people working together so at the end of that learning event they go away determined to be the best they can possibly become at whatever it is we've been sharing with them.